Okay, now to the magic gear. Within every Google app, you can see a little, we like to call this a gear because it looks like a little gear shift. And depending on the app that you're in, like when we come back, if we go to the Drive app, okay, we're going to see a gear over here. If we switch back until the Mail app, and that's what we're in right now, we're going to see a gear. So basically, when I talk about the gears, I'm talking about the settings within that app that I'm at. All right, so at this point right here, I'm in the Mail. So I want to go, first of all, and look at configure the inbox. Configure the inbox. You can choose which message category shows as inbox. Always primary is set there. That's person to person. That's an example of conversations throughout your school. You can choose school messages from school networks, media sites, publishing companies, things like that. Promotions, those are going to be different offers or different coupons or different um, let's see, promotions, coupons, advertisement, basically. You can choose updates here, and that tells you that if any personal auto-generated updates, including confirmation bill receipts, you'll get those. And forums, that's when you join all these different discussion boards, you can show those. I'm going to take those two off since our default was these three. And then starred messages, we can include that in our primary. You notice when you make any changes here, you can either cancel or you can click save. And throughout this, I'm going to show you how we will show primary, social, and promotions will be shown up here at the top. There'll be different tabs, and you might have noticed that in some other emails, maybe your personal email, you see those tabs and you're wondering where that's at school. So we'll cover those. Okay, the next one, go into the magic settings. Tons of settings. I'm going to break this down as quick as I can, but there's a lot to go over. You notice I do have my view on large, and that does just help you see them a little more. I have to scroll down more, but it also helps me be able to see them. Here we go. The language, this is all controlled by the global, by your network administrator, which is in Google. So your RAINS ISD is always displayed in English. We have phone numbers with the United States. We can show the maximum page is 50 conversations at the time or 250 contacts per page. Images always displayed external images. That means when someone sends you something, display those. If not, you're going to have to ask a lot of questions and then download to get some images. So I always like to display that, meaning if someone sends me a picture, I will see that image displayed at the bottom. This one right here, enable undo send cancellation periods, and you can change that. If I enable it, you can change this to go up to like 30 seconds. So how many times have you ever sent an email and you think, oh my gosh, I shouldn't have sent that, or I forgot the attachments? Usually it's longer than 30 seconds before we figure this out. That's why it's not a default. But if you'd like to kind of play around with that one, that is an option. Now take this because into consideration, because you've enabled this. It's going to take longer for your emails to send. So sometimes we don't like that. The default is reply, not reply all. And we'll do a quick little email lesson over reply all. Be careful when you choose reply all, especially when you're talking confidentiality with a student. It may have several people tied to that, and by you replying all, you are getting that information out where maybe it shouldn't go. So reply is by foremost the best. Reply all may be required when you're dealing with several teachers, or maybe your admin's on there and everyone wants to know the conversation. Reply all is good. Just be sure you realize when you hit reply all that you're sending it to everyone that was tied to that email. Even if there was someone in the BCC, which is the blind carbon copy, if there was someone in there, then basically you are sending it to that person too. All right. Default text, it's already set up for sans serif. You can change those. We are kind of limited on the ones you can do for mail, but if you would like to change it, you can. This is the normal, small, large, and huge. This is your default text. It's what you're going to see when you send that out. So again, may have to change it for your viewing. Text color, you can change it off of black. Just be in consideration that some people maybe have black and white printers. And if you choose a real light text, that email may not be easily be read. TX means it's going to remove any formatting which you have wherever. All right, I promise recordings will never be over 5 minutes, so we will pick up on Conversation View the next time.